some philosophical questions are very, very deep and abstract. They address deep human questions. Other branches of philosophy are much more directly relevant. So a lot of the work that's being done in social epistemology at the moment is to do with trying to think of ways to tackle the growing epidemic of conspiratorial thinking, fake news, post-truth politics. It's about trying to get clear on what these issues are so we can formulate a proper response.
The courses I particularly liked were the tutorials. One of the tutorials I did was on refugees and migration. Then we looked into many texts about migration and about refugees and the ethics of handling those current problems.
A lot of people in this department who do work combining moral psychology and empirical studies about how people actually make moral judgments, and they combine that with more traditional philosophical methods in moral philosophy. I really enjoy that. I think it's quite important.
I've written my thesis about manipulation and one specific type of manipulation, namely gaslighting, which is where you try to drive someone crazy and have them doubt their own senses. And what I'm trying to argue in my PhD thesis is that post-truth politics is actually a form of gaslighting.
The atmosphere I find to be really, really nice. We often review each other's final papers before we send them in. We often talk about ideas with each other, have discussions, but we also hang out, much more informally, have dinner together, go for drinks, go for coffee, go for lunch.
The group of students accepted each year is relatively small, but that also means that you get to interact a lot, also with the staff members. And staff members try to actively engage you within their research as well. Sometimes there's a possibility even to do a research internship with one of the staff members and actively be engaged in the research that is being done at Utrecht.
I feel optimistic about going to work in the public sector because I feel like this degree has given me a really good way of thinking about problems that will be applicable in that domain. But I also feel optimistic if I wanted to apply for a PhD. The department gives you loads and loads of great opportunities to build a really strong CV, and they're really generous with their time in helping you through the process of applying for PhDs.